Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Project 52. Look at who I got back in the house.
Hi friends.
Hailey Verhaalen. She's so awesome. We got a song that we wrote with Terry Hicks. Big shout out to Terry Hicks.
Hey Terry.
Terry Hicks is a retired doctor from New Orleans and a heck of a lyricist and songwriter. And it's always a pleasure to write with him. And we've already got this song in the pitch queue with our plugger. And I think we might get some traction with it. You never know.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. So, and it's got Hailey's voice on it, so it's so awesome. And she co-wrote it with us as well. But, and she's got some big news, too, to tell you about here at the end of the video. She's going to be doing a little tour on the West Coast for July. And you know, summer shows are awesome.
Yes,
especially,
I can't wait.
Yeah. Are you close to the ocean over there?
Yes. Well, I will be, especially for the first show. So I'm definitely going to be
awesome.
Hitting the beach up.
So the song we're going to play is called I Will. And can you tell us a little bit about our writing day? Like,
yeah.
My memory sucks.
We wrote this one at CSAC, and we came into the writer's room, and we were all kind of like throwing out our ideas, and the saying, if you don't say it, I will, kind of came up, and we were all kind of throwing out our ideas and realized that they all kind of meshed together, and that we could put them all in one song. So I think we just kind of took each other's ideas and really just were able to put them together in a really cool way. So
and that thing, it's like a relationship thing. At first, who's the first one to say it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think in a relationship, if I was ever to be in that position again, where I probably would say it a little prematurely, because I do love people, you know what I mean? Like, and it's honest, you know. It just depends on how deep it is, I think, sometimes. You know?
Definitely.
So, well, let's do this one.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, this one's called I Will. I love this song.
Me too.
You ready?
Yes,
I always
let's do
ask
it.
everybody, you ready? Of course we are. We've been sitting here ready to do this. Okay, here we go.
We've been through the dinners and the movies. We've had our Ferris wheel kiss. We've done the flowers and the candy, and you've met all of my friends. We've been going at this for a while now, and we're past the point of falling. There ain't no way around it. You looking over at me, looking over at you is making time stand still. I can tell it's on the tip of your tongue, like a song unsung, and I'm feeling it too. We're missing out on the thrill. So babe, if you don't say it, babe, if you don't say it, I will. Ooh, I will. Honey, why are we hesitating when we have come this far? It's fun, this game we've been playing, but I think it's time we listen to our hearts. 'Cause you looking over at me, looking over at you is making time stand still. I can tell it's on the tip of your tongue, like a song unsung, and I'm feeling it too. We're missing out on the thrill. So babe, if you don't say it, babe, if you don't say it, I will. Ooh, I will. We've been going at this for a while now, and we're past the point of falling. Ain't no way around it. You looking over at me, looking over at you is making time stand still. I can tell it's on the tip of your tongue, like a song unsung, and I'm feeling it too. We're missing out on the thrill. So babe, if you don't say it, babe, if you don't say it, I will. Ooh, I will. If you don't say it, I will. Ooh, If you don't say it, I will.
Hailey Verhaalen. I love that song. That's such a good sentiment in that song.
I agree. I agree.
I think I'm one of the
feel good song.
Yeah, and I think honestly, if I was in a new relationship or anything, it would be easy for me to say I love you because like I love everybody. I'm like a softie like that. So, but there's different depths to love, right?
Yep.
So like, but anyway, I love that song, and I'm glad you came here today to do that.
Me
with
too.
me.
Thanks for having me.
And we were talking before we got on camera about the big things you got coming up this summer.
Yes, yeah, there's a lot going
Summer's
on.
rock. Are you busy? Is this your busiest summer?
Man, I'm busy every summer.
Yeah.
I think I get into the beginning of the summer season and I'm always like just not overwhelmed with excitement. Like that's anticipated with excitement because
anxious excitement.
Yeah, anxious with excitement. It's all good things though. But I have a busy summer.
This is a little mini West Coast tour in July.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's just a run of 3 shows at the beginning. I'm going back at the end of July for another run of shows,
By the way, I
which will
don't
be
like
great.
it when you leave.
I know, because then we can't write all the time.
Yeah,
I know. Troy and I write like every week, so it's like.
But that's the balance too.
Yeah.
Is like, I mean, you're working to be an artist, and you go out. You gotta do it.
Yeah, you gotta play the songs you're writing and releasing and whatnot.
Do you think that being said, and there's a lot of our peers watching this, do you think that being said that the artist thing is a priority, then the songs? I mean, you have to have the songs first, but I mean, once you've got the songs, you got to put the artistry.
It's such a hard balance because I am such a songwriter, but I'm also such a performer. When I'm out on these runs of shows, the artist thing is the priority, but then when I come back, it's hard not to let the songwriting take the priority because it just. It's a hard balance.
And you get out and play rounds too, which is it is performing, but it's not that big show thing.
Yeah, it's not like you're, in front of a big audience. Well, it is in front of a big audience, but I just mean like when I'm doing the artist thing, I'm standing up, I'm dancing around, I'm working the crowd and whatever, so that's a little bit different when it's an acoustic sit down like listening session for the crowd, because that's writers rounds are incredible because people are listening to the words that you're writing and the sentiment of the song.
You can hear a pin drop kind of thing.
And when you're doing the artist thing, that's also the case, but people
you
are
don't
also...
want to hear a pin drop. You want to hear all the people roaring.
Yeah, not the pin drop thing, but more so like you want to be energetic and really like drawing the crowd in, inviting them to dance,
exciting them, getting them loud and, and cheering.
It's 2 different worlds in the same universe, and it's meshing those and balancing them that is sometimes difficult, but I love both worlds. So
there definitely are 2 different things.
Yeah.
So what are the bills you're on these shows you're doing?
Yeah. So Jessie G, who works with Gretchen Wilson a lot, she has.
Is she an Oregon native?
She's an Oregon native. Yeah. In I think it's Brookings, Oregon, or Harbor, Oregon. I think they're.
Yeah.
Anyway, so her family restaurant is doing this big music night on the 4th of July with a fish fry and fireworks
parking lot party.
It's gonna be insane and so much fun. So she invited me to come along with that as kind of a
That's awesome.
We live in Nashville, and also Melanie Moraney is on that bill too, and so the 3 of us girls are just gonna go and have a women in country music night on the 4th of July. It's gonna be a huge party, and then Jessie G and I are actually heading over to kind of the Eastern Oregon area to LRS Fest. We're both playing that festival, and I'm playing the after party on the 5th as well as the main stage at 5:45 on the 6th.
So the after parties where all the people that threw the event get to go hang out. Like
I think it's for everybody. It's going to be like after the last act, I'm kind of the closer of the night. So
that's cool.
People who aren't ready to go back to bed, back to their camp and go to bed yet, which it's like a
they get to be
10:30 or 11 o'clock show. So it's like people aren't ready to go to bed on 4th of July weekend at
Still
11
wired,
o'clock.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to be kind of bringing the house down at 11 o'clock
That's
on.
cool. 2 gigs there, and the next one is you got some bigger country acts.
Yeah. So Dwight Yoakam is the main act that night, and I
like the way
so great.
Dwight wears his hat.
Yeah, I like his. He keeps it country, and that's
and his super pointy
really
boots.
cool. Yes,
Yeah.
super pointy boots.
Yep.
Awesome hat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be the festival in itself is just gonna be great. I have a couple radio interviews going in the mix too. So
that's great. That your home state is embracing you and keeping tabs of people like. There's a lot of our peers that stay in their home state, want to do what we do, but we took the risks, and then they're rooting for you, and then they, I get calls now and then, hey, can you come up and play? And I'm just not in that spot to go kind of tour yet. Because if I want to go up there, I got to put a band together.
For sure.
And I want it to be really good because I'm going to my hometown.
Yeah.
And,
The great thing is I've had a band since I was 21, and my drummer has been...
last year then, right?
Last year. My drummer and my manager have both been there since day one, and they're always just working really hard to make sure everything, stays current and whatever, and it's been great, and we have some really great other musicians that have joined us along the ride, and it's just... I'm so blessed to be able to go back there and have them still working hard on my stuff and be able to go show new stuff off to my fan base over there.
I wish you much success with them shows.
Thanks.
And I have to also bring up that you have an EP out.
Yep.
6 songs on there, you said?
6 songs on that,
I have it in my car. I think there was one that really sticks with me is like Rerun.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, wrote that one with Kelly Seidel and Kyle James.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you're working on a new single?
Yes, I'm going to be recording the vocals for that July 2nd, so coming up here pretty soon. A couple days. So
when do you think you will release that one?
I'm not going to say.
September? Yeah, it's
I don't know.
It really is hard because you might
couple months. I'm just gonna say a couple months because that gives me. That's when I would like to release it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't give like a date or even a month, to do it in yet. But just stay tuned, and I'll be releasing that.
Let's get into this conversation about the singles. So
I think it seems like the world is the music world is moving more towards obviously streaming and single releases. It just seems to be something that if you release a single every couple months, you stay current in people's minds.
Yeah.
And because it's really easy just to hit, I've heard this song before, I'm going to skip it, listen to 30 seconds of it and go to the next or whatever. But if you're constantly releasing something new,
and that might
it's easier
be,
to stay current in people's minds.
Yeah, and it might be bringing them back to your streaming platforms, whether it's Apple Music or Deezer or something like that, where if you are putting something out, people might go like, hey man, she's been putting songs up every 2
pretty
months.
consistently.
I'm gonna go check her profile.
Yeah,
there's
and
3
like
that
it
I've
so that
missed,
exactly. So I think just with the way the music industry is moving, for me, singles over the next couple years, every however many months is gonna be what makes most sense.
Yeah. I think
maybe doing a compilation at some point of the singles
the best
to be able to put on a CD to be able to sell.
The best of my singles from 2019 to 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool too, because then you have a whole new release of stuff you already re-released.
And maybe add a couple, already have
yeah.
those tracks and then add a couple to it and make an EP. But I do love the CD aspect of being able to sell those at shows so that people have a physical
It's
copy.
a souvenir too.
It is, but it does suck that a lot of the cars these days they're not being made with CD, so it's becoming harder and harder to play CDs.
Yeah.
But I always want to have that available.
And speaking of all the fanfare that goes along with the release, like artists usually do a photo shoot for a release. You've got the credits, you've got the producer, the studio you recorded at, the people you wrote it with, and that's not included with a lot of streaming platforms, especially if you're using the free part of the service. So that brings me to how important it is to have a website and where people can find out
to include
more
all of
about,
that.
Yeah, the release itself.
Yeah.
And sometimes artists will blog about that. Hey, here's how this came about. And the whole,
for sure.
From writing it to recording it to maybe the struggles of
each
that.
Each song has a different inspiration, a different story, and obviously a different feel and recording path. And there's so much more that goes into it than just listening to the
snowflakes.
song. Yeah, exactly. So
not in the political way, but yeah. Well, speaking of that, where can people find you online?
Yeah, so my website is haileyverhaalen.com, and all of my socials and whatnot. Hailey V Music. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and she also does a lot of just out of her living room performances with a guitar and a phone. You know, she's like does those maybe one a week. I'm seeing.
Yeah, I try to keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling and keeping,
it's very
new
cool.
posts
Check
out.
her out, follow along, and speaking of that, like I have to make this request. This is episode 26. We're halfway through this thing. My goal was to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're almost there. We're halfway. We're about 480, which is really close. And it's such a simple thing. We're clicking all day long. Just click that little subscribe button. If you're watching without having a YouTube account, it might have you set up an account, but it's really simple. And then,
quick.
The more you're on YouTube, the more other things you explore, other interests, and you have an account on there, and you get into more things that way.
You can like them and save them to your profile, so you can go back to them. I mean, it's a great,
you can save your
great
playlist.
platform.
Yeah, and it's free, so what the heck. And then hit the notification bell, because that will let you know when I'm putting a new video out. And I've been gathering a little bit of content, so it'll be more than just these episodes, but some more things that are going on with me. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, visit troycastellano.com. If you sign up for my email, I have a free song that you'll get instantly once you subscribe. And I revamped my newsletter, so hopefully we'll be a little bit more active with that and doing a weekly newsletter. And even if you get tired of that inbox stuff, it's easy to delete. So, well, thanks for being here again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And I know I'll have you back, because we're not done
we write
by
all
any
the time.
means.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and again, it's very important. Go check out Hailey Verhaalen online and say you've seen her on the show here. And also, we do a live chat every Sunday night when I premiere these. So the YouTube premiere is a countdown, and they start at 9 p.m. and that's the first time everybody gets to see it, and we can watch it together. So log in 9 p.m. Central to youtube.com/Troy Castellano. I'm sure I've put it in the video here. And we'll have Hailey in the house there to do a little chat. So we get all the people that are watching the live premiere get in on the chat, and we just have some fun banter going on there. So I'd appreciate you chiming in and saying hi, even if you just say hi. That's all I need is to say you were there. And always leave a comment under the video. That's very helpful too.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's Project 52 for tonight. So I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.